Your father's mistake 10 years ago is returning to your life. This is not a coincidence. It's divine timing. Archangel Michael says, your spirit is about to feel the weight of something that was hidden for a long time. A choice made in secrecy, under pressure and fear, is now coming full circle to meet you in this very hour. This is not random, it is a divine alignment that will shake the foundation beneath your feet. You have sensed it, even if you didn't fully understand what it was. Certain dreams, certain faces, and flashes of moments have been pulling at your awareness like silent whispers from the past. Now, the door to a decade-old mistake is opening. It happened 10 years ago when your father thought he had no other way. He believed he could protect everyone by making a sacrifice, but that sacrifice had strings attached, dark, binding strings. Those consequences were delayed, not erased. This return is not to punish you, but to awaken your legacy and guide you back to the path that was interrupted. Something your father signed is being reviewed again, not by man, but by a higher spiritual court. You must be ready, because this isn't just about him, it's about you too. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The contract was not just legal, it was spiritual. A promise was made involving your name without your knowledge. Now the energy around you is shifting because that promise is being called into account. You may start noticing signs, flickering lights, repeated numbers, or dreams involving your father's voice. These are not coincidences, they are warnings disguised as signs. Something is approaching, and it carries the same energy that once tried to break your bloodline. Archangel Michael says, your protection is strong, but this message is your instruction to stay alert. There's someone who knows about the deal your father made, and they've been watching your progress closely. They are beginning to panic because you're rising above the curse that was cast unknowingly. Don't trust everyone who smiles at you. Some smiles are meant to delay your awakening. Their time is almost up, but yours is just beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There's a woman who was involved in what happened 10 years ago. She was the one who encouraged the decision under the guise of love and loyalty, but her intentions were wrapped in personal gain and quiet revenge. You've seen her before but never noticed her eyes when she looks at you. They shift, they study, they calculate. She holds a copy of the document your father signed, and she keeps it hidden in a box lined with red cloth. That box has remained untouched until now. But something inside her is stirring. She knows the past is rising. You are beginning to dream about keys, boxes, rooms you don't remember. These are not hallucinations. They are downloads of memory that were blocked. The truth is beginning to surface. Type Amen to get blessing 818. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The energy from that old decision is trying to wrap itself around your life today, but it won't succeed if you rise into spiritual awareness. This is why your spirit has felt pressure in your chest, your legs heavy, and your thoughts foggy. It's not just stress, it's a spiritual visitation. The same force that once tormented your father in his silence is trying to echo its presence through your routine. But it cannot touch you if you listen and act. There's a place your father used to visit alone, somewhere sacred to him. He would stand there and talk as if someone was listening. That place holds an imprint of this decision, a residue of regret and desperation. You may be led to go there, either in dream or real life. Go. Observe. You will feel what he felt, and it will awaken clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 949. The woman who influenced the mistake is still active behind the scenes. She's reached out to someone close to you pretending she only wants reconciliation. But her motive is to find out how much you know. Her fear is not just the exposure of the past. It's your strength today. She underestimated you, and now she's planning to interfere before you uncover what's rightfully yours. Your father never truly forgave himself. That's why you felt an emotional distance sometimes, even when he looked at you with love. He was guarding you from what he believed was his own curse. But Archangel Michael says, the curse will be broken. The past is not your prison. You were born to clear what was bound in error. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You may soon receive a call or message with strange timing. The person may mention your father's name casually or tell you a story from long ago. Listen carefully. Hidden truth is buried in subtle speech. An old man from your father's past has been trying to reach you. He has something in his possession that your father left behind. It was hidden in plain sight but protected by spiritual timing. He will try to meet you quietly. He doesn't want attention. But what he carries is sacred, a key to the decision that altered your path. There may also be photos, handwritten notes, or even old land papers connected to your name. Don't discard anything right now. Every detail holds a code that is unlocking something bigger. Type Amen to get blessing 1222. You are being pulled into alignment with a divine correction. What was done in haste 10 years ago is now being reviewed under spiritual light. This light does not shame, it reveals. Even your body might be reacting. You may feel sudden chills, restlessness at night, or wake up at the same time repeatedly. This is the divine clock syncing your soul for impact. There is power in your bloodline that was halted because of fear. But now, fear has no place in your story. You are the voice of truth that was silenced. Archangel Michael says, do not hide from this confrontation. You were chosen to finish what was started in pain and ended in power. Rise and reclaim your spiritual name. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. There is someone who will pretend they're on your side. They will speak of peace, forgiveness, and legacy. But they want to influence your next move, not for healing, but for control. Their words will be smooth, but watch their actions. Trust what you sense, not what they say. The same spirit that misled your father is trying to charm you with false loyalty. Be cautious around documents, conversations about money, and land. These themes are repeating because the decision from a decade ago was connected to ownership and betrayal. A large property, a hidden account, or even an asset under someone else's name is going to reappear. Your name is connected, but they never expected you to rise and question it. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. A female relative may try to warn you. She has remained silent out of fear, but recent events have shaken her conscience. When she speaks, take it seriously. She knows what happened and who benefited. She has kept the secret for long, but the energy now is forcing her to come forward. What she says will sound unbelievable, but believe it. There's a black envelope hidden in a drawer that no one touches. Inside is the only copy of a letter your father wrote but never sent. The handwriting is his, but the message is spiritual. He speaks of regret, apology, and the truth he wanted to tell you before leaving this world. You will feel a divine warmth reading it, because part of his soul is still guiding you. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The people who manipulated your father's vulnerability back then are still active. They live quietly, carefully, but they hold too much fear now because they know you, coming closer to the truth. One of them has started having nightmares. Their spirit is unsettled. They're being visited by the same force that guarded your father's soul. You are not alone in this. Forces of light are walking with you, clearing the fog from your sight. What you are feeling is the pressure of awakening, not destruction. Your voice will soon matter more than you expect. You're going to say something that shifts everything. It will happen naturally, but powerfully. Type Amen to get blessing 2112. Do not let guilt or confusion stop your steps. Your destiny is opening wide like a long-forgotten gate. What's inside is raw, sacred, and rightfully yours. This journey may bring emotional waves, but let every tear be a cleansing, not a breakdown. You are remembering what your soul always knew. You are not just the child of your father. You are the spiritual repairer of a broken circle. You were chosen to stand where he once fell. Archangel Michael says, "The mistake of the past is the fire that forges your future. Walk into it with courage. Let your inheritance be restoration, not ruin." Type Amen to get blessing 2343. The people who have tried to bury your father's truth will soon make one last attempt to confuse you. They may disguise their interference as concern or care, but their eyes will give them away. They cannot fake what their soul is hiding. You may feel a sudden urgency to travel, to revisit a place from your childhood. This urge is not random. It is a divine nudge toward the very soil where truth was once buried. That location holds more than memory. It holds energy. A piece of the contract still lingers there like smoke that never cleared. Something powerful will happen when you step onto that ground again. You'll feel a shift in your chest. A part of your father's energy will meet yours, and you will feel what he couldn't say. Type Amen to get blessing 2555. Prepare your mind and body for signs in the next 7 days. They will not come gently. They may appear as disruptions, symbols in conversations, or even shadows in familiar places. You may receive a call from someone who's never contacted you before. They will mention your father in a tone that catches your attention. Pay close attention to their language. They're revealing more than they intend to. One man is especially afraid of what you might find. He was one of the original influencers behind the decision your father made. His fear is rooted in the exposure of his name linked to property theft. There are legal papers that will be discovered soon, either in an old drawer, with a lawyer, or hidden among your father's archived belongings. These documents are the missing pieces to a story that's haunted your lineage. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. Do not be surprised if someone in your current circle becomes defensive when you begin asking questions. They may pretend to support you, but their spirit grows uncomfortable when truth gets close. They will try to discredit your discoveries with laughter or dismissal. But deep down, they know you, walking toward light. Keep walking. You'll soon have a powerful dream where your father appears to you. In the dream, he won't speak, but his eyes will tell you everything. That dream is a visitation. It carries more truth than 1,000 words. After that dream, you will wake up with a strange calmness. It will feel like something heavy has left your chest. That is the beginning of spiritual reversal. The curse is starting to lift. Type Amen to get blessing 3001. Archangel Michael says, "This is your divine timeline. The spiritual scroll of your life is being opened in this moment. Everything that felt delayed or blocked is now flowing again. But you must act with courage. There will be choices that test your loyalty, your patience, and your memory. But all of them are tied to the unraveling of that 10-year secret. Someone wants to offer you money in exchange for silence. That offer will come masked as a gift, but it's truly a bribe. Do not take it. It will bind you to spiritual chains again. Instead, speak up, even if your voice shakes. You are not just exposing darkness, you are commanding your bloodline into healing." Type Amen to get blessing 3330. The energy that once tried to destroy your father is still roaming, but it has weakened. Why? Because your spiritual awareness is its kryptonite. It cannot control what you understand. You were always meant to rise above this. Even as a child, you had dreams and instincts that others called weird. But now you see, they were prophetic. Your father's silence was not weakness. It was a shield. He was absorbing spiritual fire to protect your path. Now, that fire passes to you, but not to burn you. It will anoint you. It will light your truth so no shadow can hide it again. Type Amen to get blessing 3611. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There is one final person from the past who will come forward in tears. This individual was once part of the deception, but their soul has been tormented by guilt for years. When they speak, listen, but don't forget. They are not your enemy now, but they must not lead your future. They are a messenger, not a guide. This person may hold a small object that belonged to your father, perhaps a ring, a document, or a carved item. That object is spiritually charged. When you touch it, visions may rush through you. You may see flashes of a past moment, a conversation, a signature, a betrayal. Let the visions come. They are your map now. Type Amen to get blessing 3777. You are walking in a prophetic timeline that few are chosen for. This isn't about revenge, it's about realignment. What was broken is now being mended through you. There will be moments when you feel angry. Let the anger rise, but do not let it lead. Transform it into bold decisions and actions that open your family's future. Your father's legacy is not just pain. It is prophecy. He was the carrier of burden, but you are the breaker of bondage. Even the house you live in may hold echoes of this story. Watch the corners. Pay attention to sounds, dreams, and forgotten spaces. The Spirit of Truth is knocking. Type Amen to get blessing 3880. A woman connected to your mother's side of the family holds the final piece of this puzzle. She never spoke because she was threatened. But the threat is losing power now. She's about to speak in front of someone else. The moment she does, your story will begin to change. That change will start small, but quickly ripple across your whole destiny. It may even change where you live, what you own, and who you can truly trust. This is not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. And it begins with exposure. You are entering the divine courtroom where your spirit will testify without words. Your vibration will reveal what your father never had the strength to admit. Type Amen to get blessing 3999. Every shadow has a cycle. The one cast over your family is now breaking. You will see spiritual storms around you, people leaving, things shifting, secrets spilling. Let them. This storm is not your enemy, it's your cleansing. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has marked this season for your redemption. The decision made 10 years ago does not define your destiny. What you do next does. Stand in your spiritual identity. Your voice is your weapon. Your clarity is your armor. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. There is an unusual shift that will happen within your household. Something might break, fall, or go missing. Do not panic. These are spiritual signals that the energy of the past is being disrupted and rearranged. Your father's energy is no longer chained. Through your awakening, you are allowing him to rest. His soul can now ascend higher because you, answered the call that many before you ignored. A letter or old photo might suddenly appear from a book, closet, or drawer. When you find it, stop everything. Read it slowly, because it carries a message hidden between the lines. There is a name written there that is not familiar to you yet. That name will be the key to discovering a person involved in your father's secret dealings. Keep that name safe. It will lead you to the final truth. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. You will soon notice people behaving differently around you. Some will distance themselves, others will overcompensate with fake kindness. This is because your light is unsettling their comfort in deception. Let them go. Their presence was only ever to delay, distract, or deceive. And their season in your life has expired. You are now aligned with divine momentum. Your spirit is accelerating. The burdens of your bloodline are no longer weights, they are wings. There is someone younger in your family who is also connected to this spiritual shift. They have dreams or emotional reactions they can't explain. Watch over them gently. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. This shift will also affect your career or money. The blockages that once held your finances back were never random. They were attached to the spiritual contracts made in your father's time. Now that you are dissolving those contracts, abundance is going to flow with clarity. But beware, someone will try to offer you an opportunity that sounds too good to be true. It is a trap. Trust your intuition. If you feel a tightening in your chest or an odd silence after the offer, it's a sign to say no. Your real breakthrough will not require compromise. It will feel like peace. You won't need to chase it. It will align with your readiness. Type Amen to get blessing 5000. You will begin to feel drawn to music, symbols, or numbers that your father once liked or used. These are spiritual frequencies guiding your memory back to sacred alignment. Even certain scents, like tobacco, leather, oil, or earth, will trigger deep emotions. Let them pass through you. These sensations are not just nostalgia, they are downloads. Your dreams will become more vivid, more layered. You may wake up remembering conversations with him, ones that never happened physically, yet you'll know they were real. He is proud of your courage. The spiritual chains that gripped him for years are now breaking through your obedience and faith. Type Amen to get blessing 5111. This cycle is almost complete, but one final event will test everything you've come to understand. A family gathering, visit, or meeting will bring people together who haven't seen each other in years. During this meeting, someone will say something casually, but it will feel like a jolt. A revelation will rise inside you. Don't let it pass. Follow it. You will be tempted to remain silent, to avoid conflict. But remember, this isn't about drama. It's about truth. And your silence will only delay what's already destined to rise. Say what you need to say. Ask what needs to be asked. And watch how quickly the atmosphere changes around you. Type Amen to get blessing 5333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. After that moment, blessings will begin to come faster. A sudden gift, a returned item, an invitation, a forgotten opportunity will resurface, this time, fully aligned for you. Even your appearance may change. Your face will seem lighter, your posture stronger, your voice steadier. You're not imagining it. The weight is lifting. The old pain will try to come back one more time, whispering through loneliness or doubt. But you'll no longer respond. That version of you is gone. You are being reborn from the ashes of silence. Where once stood confusion, now stands clarity. Where there was darkness, now there is light. Type Amen to get blessing 5444. The woman who feared your power the most is now spiraling. She has tried to hide behind rituals, lies, and manipulation. But her time is ending. There will be an announcement, a legal notice, or a confession that proves her connection to what happened long ago. When you see it, don't celebrate with pride. Breathe in humility and continue walking in strength. God is preparing you for something higher. Not just to heal your father's mistake, but to lead your family's future into honor. You are no longer chasing answers. You are becoming the answer. And soon, many will come to you for light. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. As this season ends, a sacred calm will enter your spirit. The chaos will be replaced with quiet knowing. The noise will vanish, and all that remains will be peace. You have made heaven proud. You followed the whispers. You dared to stand in a fire that others ran from. Archangel Michael says, your battle is not in vain. The reward is not just material, it is eternal. You have restored balance to a disrupted legacy. You were born for this very moment. You answered a call your father wept for. Now, you walk forward, unshaken, unbent, unafraid. Type Amen to get blessing 5999.